Not going to let me in? Come on, it's my land, it's your land. Let me in. Make sure he gets the time check there. Do you think he's watches in time with that big one up there?
The land around Westminster Abbey was a mound which was the site of the Gore's Head of Tothill, a place of free speech, discussion, bardery and festivities, enshrined by the statue of Richard I of the Lionheart in 1189, ratified by Parliament in 1858, the Mostyn manuscript, and never repealed.
That's why I was sitting on
How is it? Okay.
I think that's probably the safest bet.
So, can I ask you a question? Do you mind being filmed?
Sorry?
Do you mind being filmed?
I do.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Why are the fences still up?
I don't know. We don't have control over the fences. Well,
That's Boris
police
Johnson,
point of
is
view.
it?
Sorry?
Boris Johnson and the GLA have control of the fence.
I don't know.
It seems a bit silly, people sleeping on the pavement when there's some nice soft grass in it.
Well, we only obviously...
They're trying to social trouble. They're trying to put in a new law, aren't they? That people can't sleep rough on the pavement in Westminster, and they're not allowed to feed people either. Perhaps it's just when it suits them to have a rule and that they have it. That's what's a bit unjust about it, really. Oh, you all look very smart.
Yeah.
Morning, Chris.
So it's good to see the fence went.
Yeah, quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
open space.
Let's hope it stays that way.
You never know.
Never know.
Right, no sooner is the wedding over and the fence is coming back. Oh, can I need a little bit bigger gap.
Hello, you.
So it's 2:10 and the fence is going back. And thanks with help, we just uncovered the box and we've got our little man to put back and the artwork.
Right, mate, what can't you come in here?
Sorry?
Why can't you come in here? Why is it closed off? But don't you know? You're aware this is the people's land? Okay.
This is public land. This fence is completely unjust. We all know it. The security company's being paid hundreds of thousands of pounds. These guys are on minimum wage. They're just doing a job. They're wage slaves. So it's not their fault.
They get a job. Why do people assume that we don't have jobs? Because I've got a job.
Basically, this fence is wrong. This land is public common space. The fence is political. It's here to stop us from demonstrating in radical ways that have an effect. Because anything that has an effect is criminalised in this system. Anything which is effective is deemed to be illegal, which is why we can't demonstrate outside Downing Street. And So it's a great civil disobedience to jump over and feel the earth that is ours, that we have the right to stand on.
Yeah.
Who has the right
This
to
is
tell
Mother
us we
Earth's
can't walk on this?
Yeah. Not the government.
Simon, why are you doing this?
Just doing it to remind myself more than anything, and also remind these guys
Yeah.
that this fence isn't right. The more we allow this fence to be without challenging it, the more normal it becomes, the more acceptable it becomes to shut off a public space. Everyone forgets, these guys, as far as I know, these gentlemen have never dealt with anyone that's jumped over this fence. So they've forgotten that it's wrong. They're just here every day, you know, just watching the days go by. But this fence is wrong, because it's standing in the right of our freedom to come on here with placards and, if necessary, with tents.
You caused quite a stir then, right? Simon. Clearly called you right.
So Simon, just to get this clear, because I can't pick up everything, you don't wish to be escorted out?
Not now I'm in here, no, not now I'm actually on the land. I may leave by my volition at some point, but I won't be threatened by use of force to leave, or by threats of arrest or anything like that. Because if I leave under those circumstances, I'm deepening the whole belief system that
it's wrong.
That it's right to use coercion to
that you've done something wrong and that you should leave.
Yeah. This is just common sense, isn't it? The sign over there says fence is being erected to carry out urgent health and safety maintenance.
Yes.
Be down as soon as possible.
What health and safety?
But we all know that's not true.
Yeah, what health and safety?
It's been up for nearly a year now, so we know it's not true. All the work that needs to be done has been completed. This square is more than ready enough to receive.
Well, yes, it was open recently for the royal wedding, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there wasn't any problems.
There's no urgent health and safety concerns at the royal wedding.
No, no.
Why can't we look after our own health and safety?
All the flower beds are in good nick.
Yes.
Any alleged health issues caused by Democracy Village, which was evicted in July 20th, 2010, the date today is what, May the 9th, or May the 8th?
May the 8th.
2011. No one can claim that there's what's wrong with this land? Nothing's wrong with
And why can't we look after our own health and safety?
True. Yeah. So
Why do they need to nanny us?
Well, actually, a statement did go into the GLA saying that when Democracy Village was to leave, that they would actually replant and reseed and sort out all the problems that if there was any damage. But we never got the opportunity to do that.
Is it you?
No.
Despite you departure to leave the area immediately, would you please collect your things and yourself and leave now?
Did you just print that
I
up?
respond. It's my duty as a human being to inform you that this land is for the benefit of all and should not be encased. It's also my duty to inform you that you should withdraw your support for corrupt authority and come and rejoin the ranks of dignified humanity.
Yes.
Which oppresses our nation and the world. You have failed to respond to my request, sir. I will warn you that if you put yourself at risk or become physically aggressive, you'll be physically removed from this area. Will you please leave now?
As Dr. King said, now is always the right time to do the right thing.
Right. Thank you.
We have to, now is the time to do the right thing.
I'm wondering why we're fighting to uphold democracies in other countries when we're failing to uphold it in our own country, and the methods used to uphold it in other countries through humanitarian intervention, such as Western systems such as Guantanamo Bay, human rights abuses through terror laws. It doesn't seem right that we're upholding a system which we can't even hold to ourselves.
They agreed to actually allow me to remain in here indefinitely without without oppression, then, well, I'll make a decision based on that. However, if there's a threat of force here, i.e. if they'd say to me that if I can't remain here indefinitely, otherwise I'll be arrested, then I will be arrested to show that this is showing it now, isn't it? You jump over and now the police come. So that's kind of exemplifying the situation. They're saying that they've called the police. So they're kind of basically like an implicit threat that if I do not leave willingly, then I'll be arrested.
Okay.
And I'm not really keen to do that. It's like I'm consenting to that system and say, all right, then if you're going to arrest me, I'll leave.
I will note for the camera, the guys here don't want to do that.
No,
they don't want to do that, but they're in a tricky situation. They're covered by cameras themselves.
But they also have a choice, and we must always recognise that every human being has a choice, including these gentlemen. So whilst I respect them as human beings, I'm not going to deny the fact that they could at any time say, actually, I've had enough of this, I'm leaving.
Right.
Because as we know from life, you think that you can't do something, but when you actually do it, you realise that you're fine, and there are other ways. There's always another way.
Yeah, it'll always be alright here.
So there is always another way. We mustn't hate the people, but we mustn't forgive the behaviour as well, or just accept the behaviour either. Because the behaviour isn't moral behaviour.
Yeah. You jumped over the fence, obviously, because you're on the other side.
Yeah, that's right.
You know you're not allowed to be in here because of the injunction, don't you?
Yes.
These men have asked you to leave, I know that much.
Yeah.
They're getting to the point now where they're going to have to physically remove you, which obviously they don't want to have to do. Would much rather that you just went out peacefully and everyone's happy and no one has to get in any trouble. Are you happy to do that if we walk you out?
No, Sergeant, no, I'm not.
Why not? Why did you jump over today?
I jumped over to make a statement about the fact that I believe that the reasons for this fence are unjust and unfair.
Right.
The official reason is to carry out urgent health and safety work on the grounds. But these fences have been up since July the 21st of last year. The reasons for them being up is obviously no longer related to urgent health and safety concerns, otherwise they wouldn't have let all the people in for the royal wedding. They would have risked contamination of some sort. The reason for these fences, I believe, is purely to keep out demonstrators. Right, so that is to me an unfair system of coercion. Is saying no one's allowed on here, we're taking control of this space. This is a public space, everyone should have the right to come here, everyone should have the right to come demonstrate freely here, and particularly when you regard the activities of this government at the moment, engaged in warfare in not one but 3 countries around the world. Now is even more crucial a time when we should be allowed to come into these spaces and demonstrate. The reason I'm not going to leave at the moment is because I've essentially been told that I'm not allowed to remain here indefinitely, that if I do remain here I will be forcibly removed. Therefore I believe that is unjust, so I don't want to justify that behaviour by cooperating with it. So I'm refusing cooperation, Sergeant, on the grounds that I believe that everyone should be allowed to remain in this square indefinitely, to uphold everyone's freedom to demonstrate and to exist without oppression and tyranny.
But you understand that if you stay here that these guys are authorised to remove you?
Yes, I
you do,
recognise
and that's what will happen, yeah?
No problem.
Everyone understands that, yeah?
Yeah.
You've been able to come in and make your point. They've let you stay here for half an hour or so.
Yeah.
I suggest you write to the GLA. I'm sure you've already got moves in hand. I know I've spoken to your friend here several times in custody.
Yeah.
I know you've got things in hand. You know you're allowed out on there. You know you're not allowed in here. So either it's going to be a case of you walking out, or like you said, you're not going to, or these guys are going to escort you out. Obviously, I'll stand by, make sure there's no breach of the peace. I would much prefer that you walk out.
All right.
Obviously, because I don't want anyone being hurt or anyone, unnecessarily.
I have given a condition on which I would walk out voluntarily.
What's the condition? Go on.
That's it. But this has to be based on a moral decision. It can't be because I forced you to do it. It's because you have maybe awoken to the true nature of the law of love, and that you realise that this system that we're a part of is contravening the law of love, and that basically because of that you are going to resign your job as sergeant and come and join us in the peace movement.
You'd be very welcome.
along with all these guys as
I
well.
don't think my small children would like to live on the pavement, but thank you.
You can come and live on a piece of disused land, and we will grow our own food, and you can make a house for yourself and your families.
I'm sorry, but no. But thank you.
The offer is always there.
Sorry, can I please ask you to walk with us? We don't want to manhandle anyone. Can you please come with us?
Oh my god! Oh my god, that's